All right, what up, man? It's King LB. I got this video with Precious and the girls on Ladies' Night. They talking about Sierra and what she's showing us right now in the public. So I'm in the chat room. I'm speaking my piece, just asking a question like, how could it be any different between the day that he met her and then decided to propose to her because she dressed the same? But we're gonna get into this video.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to The Real Precious. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I see y'all in the chat heavy already. I love it. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't already, definitely hit the thumbs up button. We have a host of ladies this evening. It's good to see your beautiful faces. We have Michelle in the building. How are you, Michelle?
I am doing well. How are you doing, Precious?
I'm doing good. I can't complain at all. Lady Di is in the building. How are you, Lady Di?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. And tonight we have a special guest, Kendra. I've seen one of your videos before, so I gotta do some catching up. But I appreciate you for joining us for Ladies Night, love. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me, Precious.
Of course. So on Wednesdays, we have Ladies Night. We have topics that we talk about on Ladies Night to just, have the conversation, to talk to the younger generation about some things that they don't necessarily see in social media. They see a lot of the entertainment. They see a lot of celebrities and what mainstream wants to push in the media. And so we bring those things from social media and we bring them over here to have the conversation and to just give our wisdom and our experience as well as some solutions to the things that we see in the media. And so there were a few things that I have seen, so I bring them over to have this conversation here on Ladies Night. I will be dropping the link about halfway through if anybody wants to join the live discussion. And so I'm glad that you ladies are here because I know you guys are going to give a great show. Kendra is a guest.
Hey, that was the key though. It was from the media. It's from the mainstream media, the music industry at that. And this is a female artist and whatever.
Yes, y'all. So I don't know, but I'm ready for it. Like I said, I got to catch up on the Kendra content, but I'm ready for it. So one of the things that I know we have all seen this photo. And if you haven't, let me know in the chat, but I'm pretty sure we have all seen this photo circulating around Sierra and Russell Wilson. Ladies, what do you think about this photo when you see it or when you did see it in social media? I don't think we've had this conversation yet here. So I wanted to get your take on it because a video that I'm going to play is surrounding the topic of attire and how women should dress. And so I wanted to get you ladies your opinions on the Sierra and Russell Wilson picture. Michelle?
So, on the one hand, Sierra is beautiful. She has always been beautiful, probably forever will be beautiful. In my personal opinion, and this is across the board, I don't think women in general need to dress that way, right? Especially when you've already gotten the husband.
And so that's another thing. That's another key is that, we don't, as a man, I don't believe that women should go out in public like that. But I don't pursue women who go out in public like that and ask them to walk the aisle with me. And nobody else who wants to marry a woman who dresses like that in public. But the one who has no problem with it will definitely be pulling up with her at an event like this, or just on whatever occasion, just like this. And that's how it was before he met her. And that's what made him, he proposed to this lady.
You're already there. I don't necessarily believe that you need to dress that way anymore. I feel like that's how people dress, like they completely, bear all when they're trying to get into that relationship. But you already got them. You're married. We know what you're working with.
And it's another thing that she's getting older. Like y'all said, she got 3 kids. And she just trying to finish off her best life. You know what I mean? In that industry, there's big competition. And then you got everything that comes with it. It's a lot of issues. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot to handle. She probably just wanted to break out. You know what I mean? And he was there to support her, like he's been the whole time she been dressing like that, before she met him and after.
Enough to be able to get Russell Wilson. Why do you still feel like you need to dress that way? So that was my thing when I saw it. But beautiful, always been beautiful, and will never diminish her for that. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, but I don't think you need to dress that way anymore.
She got to keep up with the game. She's still in the career, and he hasn't saved her as far as telling her, look, let the industry go. And even behind doors, he could have said that. But it's her career, you know what I mean? That's making her pull up in public like that. This event in particular is part of her career. They got her looking like that. And see my name right here. I'm the one who just posted this comment, and I'm commenting on here. And I don't think they really know that I'm a dude, but we gonna get into that.
This point with her, I'm like, all right, so obviously Russell doesn't care, because he was standing right next to her with this very revealing outfit. And I do understand that this outfit, this trend has been repeated. I remember Rihanna did this years ago, and she didn't have any nipple coverings. It was just bare. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is something that you want to repeat. And why? Because
it's the music industry, and it's the females in the industry. It's not strange. It's just this situation with these particular people makes it not so strange. Because we could see it, we could talk about it. But then it's just bumping heads because it's the industry, and we all know what it do in the industry. You know what I mean? We grew up on it. We see it. We know it already. It's already a thing. This ain't strange.
Rihanna has never been married, and I don't believe she was dating anyone at the time. She was single regardless. So I'm not saying that that's okay. I do believe, like what Michelle was saying, like, yeah, you shouldn't really dress like that, even if you are single. But the fact...
Yeah, if you a nurse or a school teacher, that's a whole nother bag. You know what I mean? But this is a female R&B singer. She's out there with her competition.
That she's doing it and her husband's there, I think that that's weird. Maybe they're swingers. That's what I think now. So
that's putting a lot on it. It's the industry, man. Maybe if this lady worked at your local grocery store and they just pulled up and you seen her, like, oh, there goes Sheriff from up the street. But it's Sierra. You know how big, we all know the name of Sierra. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else who pull up outside looking like that. Rihanna, Doja Cat, everybody who's hitting hard in the mainstream. But then we got females in the industry who never dress like that, whose music I rock. They all through my playlist. I don't even got Sierra in my playlist.
I think the whole industry swingers, child. They swinging from branch to branch to branch. Kendra, what about you?
So personally, I dress more modest, but in this particular regard, I think what we need to remember is it was a theme of a party. So if I recall, it stated that the theme was barely there or something to that extent. So if her husband has seen this prior to her stepping out, he's already covered her in a sense and saying, hey,
It says, I feel that it was all a career choice early on, and she still needs the contracts to keep the career. You know what I mean? That's me right here in the comments. I don't really think they realize that I'm a dude making these statements, but I don't even know if that even really matters. But just so y'all know, that was me right here, and I'll be popping up frequently.
I know this is how you want to dress. I support you in that regard. So it really doesn't matter to me. I personally wouldn't do that, but her husband's right beside her, and if he likes it, that's all that matters.
That's why he proposed. That's why he walked the aisle. And you got to think about it, man. You know, they had deep conversations about her life in the career, his life in his career, what he has to do to keep up with his career, and what she does. She said, I'm with it. He said he's with it. Look, it's in his industry, it's a whole lot of hoeing going on. In her industry, same thing. So it's going to take a lot of work to reassure him that even though I go out like this, so they've had a lot of conversation about what goes on. I just don't understand how the public, being that it's this particular situation, I don't see how it's going so hard in the public right now.
In my opinion.
Now, do you think a man truly likes when other men are staring at their woman and can see?
No. I'm just saying, but
what he sees on a regular basis or in their private home? Because I understand, we have Shanti in the chat says, I feel that, but it was all career choice early on, and she still needs the contracts to keep the career. And
the thing about that right there, like I was saying, it was a career choice. The career that she's in, and she was already in the game before he pulled up. So they talked about it. They talked deep about it, I'm sure. You gotta think about it, realize that.
Which, I can understand that. I said on the live last night that Sierra had this prayer, right? Sierra prayed this prayer to the Lord to get her a man. And the girls was like, yes, Sierra, what was the prayer? I need to write down the words. I need the exact recipe, okay? The girls was on it. And then she started to slowly turn away from, it seems like, what she prayed for. And now the girlies are like, okay, now we can be out here getting our money and doing whatever her song is, her newest song that she has out. And I understand the career piece of it. However, that doesn't change the emotions and feelings of a man.
Right. But at the same time, he's in a contract, and so is she. And if she start falling off, you know what I mean, she can't switch up and start, you know what I'm saying, a church choir. She can't join the church choir. She's under contract, he's under contract. And I'm sure they had this conversation. Maybe later on, you know what I'm saying, she can start working her way out of that. Even this new music that she putting out, something about being single. You don't live that life. You know what I mean? This girl Cardi B talking about, I don't cook, I don't clean. But her husband filmed her sweeping the floor and told her, you need to stop singing that rap music, them lyrics. You need to change your lyrics. And she looked up and realized he was filming her and started giggling like you cook and clean, you know what I mean? So they just feeding the public that is part of their career. And they feeding the public things that they don't even do.
So I'm wondering if men are truly down for the get down when it comes to their wives or their significant others being, who they are. And in my opinion, is Russell Wilson really honest about seeing Sierra in this light and other people being able to see her in this light as well? It's being as though that they have is it 3 children now?
But you gotta look, man, and some people call him weak, but I don't think so. This dude is a G. This dude is a champ, son. How could you go into it and still stand so strong by her side? Like, I'm not with it. I'm not approaching no industry female that has to serve the contract. I'm not with none of that business. I'm gonna need you to put on some clothes and let's go.
Right? Don't they have 2 together and then she has 1 with Future, right?
She has 3 with him together. It's a little baby.
Wait, with Future? I mean, with Russell?
Mm-hmm.
She has 3 kids with him? Yeah, so, I mean, I'm just wondering, are men truly comfortable with that?
It's uncomfortable if it's something new, out of nowhere, out of the blue. That's super uncomfortable. That's we can't even leave the house. But this is regular for it's like button heads. This whole argument about her stepping out like this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe females is feeling like it's time for her to change or whatever, but we don't know how long that contract lasts, and we don't know what she signed up for. But we know what he signed up for. He signed up to pull up outside with her looking just like this.
Well, I always ask the same question, but I do believe there are different types of men, and there's some men who yeah, that's mine. You can't have it, and they want their lady to show it, to show them that they can't have it. Yeah, all of this ass is mine. Fat, whatever it is that they admire from their lady, they want people to see it. Mm-hmm. But see, that's different. She's barely wearing anything, so I don't know if we're gonna relate it to her being at the beach, at a nude beach or something, because there are who are married that go to the nude beach. So it just depends on the couple. But to answer the question, I do think that there are some guys that like other guys to see so they could say you can't have this.
I don't know. I'm not one of them. But that's a whole nother bag. That's a whole nother situation, man. But the average dude any dude who this is new to, who hasn't married a woman who normally dresses like this in public, and if this ain't costume night where we chose to let's go do this, ain't no dude with none of that business.
But all of that though, I mean, geez, Now
I would never bear that much, but I have had an ex tell me before that he liked it when he noticed other men were looking at me. That was something that he said. If he could tell that other guys were turning their head and noticing me, that was something that was
and that's me right here. I'm saying that's how it started and was expected. So what I'm saying though is he expected everything that's happening right now, because that's what it was. She had to reassure this dude, look, you already know what it is. He got down on one knee. More than likely, they walked the aisle, You know what I'm saying? There was a whole lot of thought going on to this "Will you marry me" business. And it was a choice before she met him.
Attractive and a turn on for him.
So you had somebody actually
Emphasis on the word X.
yeah. What did you say to him? Like when he was saying that, what was your response?
I think I was just a little bit delusional. I was just like, oh, okay. But like again, but I would not like Kendra, I don't dress like that. I just accentuate the curves that I already have. But for me, I'm just like, oh, okay, I dress for me, not necessarily for anyone else, but to hear that you actually want to see, like, I don't know. And I mean, there are men in the chat, like, does that arouse you when you see that other men are aroused by the woman that's on your arm? That's
For me, not necessarily. I don't really know nobody. I haven't really met nobody who spoke those words, but he could have just, whatever was going on in y'all situation at the time, you know what I'm saying? He probably was, you know what I'm saying, off some tequila or something, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Probably slap you on the booty a couple times and trying to prep you to shit. Let's go turn up in the road or something. I don't know.
something curious for me, but no, that's what he said. He said it.
Deb here said, nah. For my
that's
eyes
real
only,
spit.
Especially if we
That's
have
real
children.
spit. That much clothes on.
I think society-wise, a man, of course, he wants to be with a beautiful woman. And if he's with a beautiful woman, of course, there are going to be other people, not even men, but even women looking at her. It's not going to be a thing of, no, a man is going to want a beautiful woman, period. It's not going to be, I'm with my girl and when I'm out, nobody wants her and it makes me feel a certain type of way. Now, if that's your situation, that's your situation.
But look at him. This dude, some people call him a simp and a wimp, all that. But this dude took on Sierra. Man, this dude took on Sierra. She had a baby by Future. Future was dissing her in the public. Lil Bow Wow was dissing her in the public. You know what I'm saying? He still stood strong. In the way she got addressed in public, he still stood strong. This dude is a soldier. I don't know what y'all talking about. He is living the golden rule. You know what I'm saying? He made the choice and he's sticking with it. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody tell him nothing but Sierra.
I can't really speak to that because what I know is that men don't like their women being seen in a certain light when they're with them. So it's okay to admire this woman because she has beauty. But if you're out with your man and you have on a certain attire, we're going to get into this video. He's going to find that attractive. He's going to find that sexy. But if you don't have any respect for him as a man on his arm, being dressed the way that you are, then he's not really going to have respect for that. He's not going to see you with any type of value if you carry yourself a certain way.
And also, look, man, Sierra, do y'all remember all the drama Sierra went through in the public? Well, just like I said, Lil Bow Wow, Future, and whoever else it was. She was done. She was done. I don't really think she's gonna put it all on the line and risk it all and go listen to people who make comments on the beauty, you know what I'm saying? And Russell scored. He found somebody who was probably, you could tell Sierra was done playing. You know what I mean? She been getting dissed, getting drugged through the thing, man, and she pulled Russell. And Russell, Sierra's fly. Sierra's on point. Russell scored. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all both done messing around and he reassured, she assured him that, look, no matter how I dress, it is what it is. And he was the one who proposed to her. They both scored. They both won big. I'm telling you.
And so that brings this video up because I saw it, and this lady was truly, you know, she was pretty adamant about not dressing, you know, not taking into consideration what he would think about certain things that she wears. So I'm going to put it up on the screen.
Oh, no.
All right. But y'all should go check out The Real Precious, man. On Wednesday night, they got a ladies' night, and she welcomes the dude for our insight and our perspectives to certain situations. But it's The Real Precious. She go ham. She be dropping jewels, man. Y'all go check her out. But I'm gone.